have a sleeping baby over here. Hopefully he stays asleep for a little bit. Fix my nose ring. It's a little twisted up sometimes. All right. Let's talk about postpartum posture. Postpartum posture. Really, it's kind of all of life posture. Sitting at a keyboard typing, holding a child. Lots of our life is forward. After we have a baby, we have other considerations. You're nursing or feeding. You're holding a child like this most of the day. While you're doing other things, you're going to be holding a baby. If you have a toddler, then you're also going to be holding a baby, holding a toddler, holding a car seat, holding a bag of groceries. All of these things make us very far forward. So we have special considerations to think about after having a baby. Our posture plays an important role in the strength and stability of our bodies. If we have poor posture, it's going to affect pain throughout our body. It's going to affect our strength and how we're holding ourselves, how we're able to build strength. If we have poor posture and then we're trying to build strength on top of that, we're not setting a good foundation. Therefore, our posture is the foundation. So what kinds of things do we need to think about in our posture? I like to start from the head to the toes. Starting with your face, we want to think about pulling our chin back. Often we wander around like this, and that's where you get that lump on the back of your neck as you age. So we think about pulling our chins back, not out, but back. The next thing is our collarbone. So we want to think about lengthening our collarbone, making the space from either side of our shoulder as long as possible. Lengthen your collarbone. Kind of reminds me of Princess Diaries when, what is Anne Hathaway's name in that movie? Whatever. She's learning how to maintain good posture and do the wave and all of that. Lengthen your collarbone, queens. Then we have our rib cage. If our rib cage and our pelvis is a tube, we want them to be stacked on top of each other. Some people see it as a box and a box, and we don't want those boxes shifted. If we have a tube, we want it to be stacked. So a straw only works if it's not kinked. But we want to create that space. We also don't want our rib cage shifted out or back. During pregnancy, it's very common for your rib cage to be shifted up because the weight of your belly kind of pulls this way. So your rib cage pops out. Postpartum, sometimes the opposite happens where your rib cage is kind of crunched in because you're holding a baby. And then we get this kind of S-shaped sway back. You tuck your hips under. Sometimes that's because of a C-section scar where you're kind of tucking your hips under to protect your belly. But we want everything to be stacked. So you can kind of just shift your rib cage and find that center, and then do the same thing with your pelvis. So tuck your hips under, stick your butt out, and then find that center. Then we have everything stacked on top of each other. Oh, hear those baby grunts. Little nugget. Another way to think of it is keeping your sternum over your pubic bone. So still in that same line, sternum over pubic bone, think about the tubes, think about the boxes, whatever it is that helps you picture that. Then we have soft knees. So we don't want to be locking our knees out. We want to make sure that they're kind of soft. This one's hard for me because I always just lock my knees out as I'm standing at the kitchen sink or wherever it is. It's very hard for me not to just lock them out. Maybe that's years of gymnastics or it's just a bad habit. I don't know. It's also good to build awareness around if you tend to shift one hip out as you're standing in the kitchen, standing in line, or I don't know, drinking your coffee, whatever you're doing. Do you tend to shift towards one hip? Just note the way you stand and try to form awareness. We got some baby toots happening. You need to poop, buddy? All right, so chin back, long collarbone, pelvis, and nope, this is not your pelvis. This would be your rib cage. Rib cage and pelvis centered on top of each other, soft knees. Pay attention to how you shift your hips, maybe turning one leg out, maybe turning both legs out, maybe you're pigeon-toed. Trying to keep things in line because this is the foundation of your strength and your stability and your breath work. If we want to utilize our breath the most effectively, we have to start with posture. And if we want to get stronger, we also have to start with posture. These are a few of my postpartum posture tips / all of life posture tips. And I hope one of these posture tips helps you as you are going throughout your day, particularly as you are enjoying these new days with your sweet little baby. What about you? What helps you as you go throughout your day? Think about your alignment and your posture. Baby grunts. Are you trying to poop? Oh, little toot. Please comment down below if you have any additional posture tips or alignment tips to consider. If you found this helpful, please like it, share it, and hit that subscribe button down below. Bye! See you next time!